Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Designs. So we've got this truck, it's been in the shop a few times, and you can see it's now getting used. It's got some nice dirt going on here. It's got great representation right here on the window. We appreciate that. If you guys know Brian from AZ Tune Pros, great guy. He's been very supportive of our business. He also himself has his customers come down here to tune their cars right here at the shop. 13 tunes here at the shop today with Brian. The guy's like can't sit down. I don't even know how he does it. So Brian's featuring a lot of our products on this truck, and so that's really the main reason. Wanted to not pump up his business. It's our business that needs to be pumped up. His business is doing just fine. So want to talk a little bit about some of the things. This has got our roof rack on it. One of the things that we really talk about with our stuff is we make it super functional. Everything we design is with a purpose. We do not just design something to copy somebody else's product. We look at something and we decide, hey, we need to make this better. We need to design it in a different way. We need to make it functional. One of the things about a roof rack is all of our side brackets that mount to the roof are all steel brackets, and they're all bent on a 90-degree angle. So when you push the force down on the roof rack, it allows it to support more weight on the roof rack. The other nice thing about it is if you see just how tight the line is, it allows us to get the line through the side of it very, very tight. And for getting it so tight, really allows us to get the air to flow by it instead of through it, and then eliminates any kind of wind noise that we have with the roof rack. And then if you look at the front here in the visor actually fits tightly directly to the roof. And if you look at the angle of the visor, we did it at the exact same angle of the windshield. And we've done this angle so we can get the air to flow over it instead of through the bars to create turbulence in the roof rack and wind noise and obviously resistance. So everything we talk about, all stainless hardware, all steel brackets, all aluminum. We cut all this, it's all cut on our laser here at the shop. We powder coat everything in here in-house. All of our stainless hardware, we take it and we have it sent out and we black oxide coat everything. We do that so we can just tie the colors in really well together. And then we leave our bottle opener, stainless steel on the back here, which is one of our signatures on the back of this. Move on to our bed rack. This is our Tacoma Short Bed Rack. You can run this on a long bed. We make these in different lengths for here, for the MOLLE panels, to attach stuff to, fire extinguisher, just some of the things that you want. Jerry cans, roto packs, all that stuff attached here. And we make it super modular, so you've got mounting through the sides here, mounting to here, some holes in here. We also do mounting up underneath the bottom down here, but we've got a 10 on this one, and they work really well. We suggest when you're gonna run a bed rack, whether it's our bed rack or anybody's bed rack, when you put a 10 on a vehicle, it pushes a lot of force down it, which then causes the sides of the bed to try to push away because it's got all that weight on it. So it's trying to push away because even the angle of this is causing it to push away. So we suggest bed stiffeners, whether they use our bed stiffeners or somebody else's, but we do make a bed stiffener that bolts right in, uses the factory bolt holes in the bottom of the floor, and then you add a couple bolts to the side of it. But it works really well and helps stiffen up the bed. Keeps the gap consistent on both sides on the bed rear tailgate, because a lot of times the tailgate starts to push out. It doesn't want to close properly and you get uneven gaps. So that's our bed rack. Our rock sliders. That is probably one of the greatest things we're known for is our rock sliders. We're very, very meticulous about our rock sliders. We do offer them in DOM TIG, and we also offer them MIG welded, but we offer them in HREW, and we also offer them in DOM. It's personal preference on that. A lot of people you'll ask and they say, oh, you know, which one's stronger? The DOM is going to be a little bit stronger, and the HREWs, they're seam welded, so it's a piece of steel folded in with electronically seamed, and then they file out that seam. So they are nice and you can't really see the seam, but the DOM, when it's drawn over a mandrel, they actually force it through a tube, and then it has a thing in the inside of it. So when it forces it over, the consistency is exactly the same all the way through the tube. So if I were to take a pair of dial calipers and I measure the tubing, it has a consistent around it. It's just a stronger, more solid all the way around because the consistency, we don't see a variance on these. We see like on HREWs, we can see anywhere from a 40 to 60 thousandths variance on the tubing walls. So, and at that makes a big difference on a lot of that stuff. These are a set of 20-degree rock sliders. Again, DOM TIG. The welds on them are super clean. They're hard to see because Brian has definitely covered them in dirt. That means he's getting out and using the truck, and we like to see that. Up in the front of the truck here, this truck is featuring our Preload Collar kit. This Preload Collar kit also has a set of 5100s in it with our Preload Collar. So a typical 5100 will only allow a 2.3 inches of lift. With our collar kit on this truck, we're able to get a full 3 inches, and then we're able to offset the truck for the way it sits, because if I've got this one set at max height at 2.3 and that one set at 2.3, there's gonna be lean on the truck. It's actually gonna be a little bit higher on that side than this side. And then when you get the driver in the car, they're gonna have that taco lean that everybody talks about. So what we do is we put our preload collar in, we can get this up to 3 inches on this side. We actually do a little bit more here to preload this to add for the driver and the gas tank. So then we get a nice even side to side on this on the way. It rides really nice, and then also its stance is really good, just the way we want it. This one, I'm pretty sure, because we've got a 10 on it, we've got the rack on it, and we've got the stance that we have here. I can't tell you for sure, but I'm 99% sure this has an add a leaf or a leaf pack in it. And the reason I'm telling you this is because with the tent and the bed rack here, really what it does is it's gonna offset it, and it's gonna cause it to squat on the factory leaf springs on this truck. The factory leaf springs are really not designed for additional weight. They're designed to hold the capacity of the truck, and any weight you do add to the factory leaf springs are really gonna offset on the way it's gonna sit, and it really will start to sag. We do offer a lift block for the guys that wanna order their kit that's just a standard kit, and they don't wanna worry about having a bed rack or having a tent or anything in the back of the truck. So our lift block's great because it makes it super easy for those guys to install it with the U-bolts and everything. It's just when you're starting to add weight to it, we suggest that the leaf pack is the way to go, or a new leaf. Again, Brian, we appreciate him for bringing all the people he brings down to our shop, and his truck was out here, and I said, hey, let's go out and let's get some pictures of it. Let's do a walk around on some of the things that are done to the truck. So again, thank you, Brian. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys appreciate our stuff and really see the detail that we see in it and the way we've designed everything. So again, thank you for watching.